Hey, wrestling fans, JC Styles, FN True Wrestling here. I see Brian had a new concept video he put out, so I thought I would do something. The past versus the present, Hulkamania versus Cenation. As we all know, Hulkamania was what Hulk Hogan called his wrestling fans, his followers, if you will, over the last decade, couple of decades. You know, I used to run around with the Hulk Hogan shirts. You know, what you gonna do, brother? Say your vitamin, take your prayer, all that crap. I used to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. As I'm pretty sure we all did when we were kids. We grew up in the '90s. Uh, as far as I'm pretty sure everyone was like NWO and after from '96 to 2000. But the reason for this video is because I've been noticing a lot of things lately, a lot of similarities between the Cenation and Hulkamania. Uh, Vince McMahon in 1982 bought the company from his father and turned it from Worldwide Wrestling Federation to the World Wrestling Federation. He dropped the wide, handpicked Hulk Hogan to be the flag bearer for the company. And I think that was probably like the greatest thing Vince ever did, because the money he made off of that just alone, you know, the matches, the promos, the hype he would get behind the fans was just unbelievable, man. Just unfreaking believable. And it's like I'm seeing similarities because WWE in 2002 handpicked John Cena to be the flag carrier for some reason, because Stone Cold and The Rock left the company. They needed someone to continue and pass the torch on. Triple H held the title a couple of times during the last few years, but it's always been about Cena, 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 Cena. I don't want this to become a Cena rant video, but I don't see what these kids like about John Cena. I really don't. He can't wrestle still. Hasn't impressed me whatsoever. Yes, I won't lie. I like John Cena when he was a rapper. I like John Cena when he was United States champion. But the night he won the WWE Championship was the night that I stopped liking John Cena. Because that was the night I opened up my eyes and realized that John Cena can't work a match. Can't call a match. He can't do anything worth a damn. The guy's got like 6 offensive maneuvers, an off the top rope move, a fisherman suplex. He has the 5-knuckle you can't see me shuffle bullshit. He's got an STF, and he has an attitude adjustment. That's it. And a couple of clotheslines and some shoulder blocks. That's it. You know. Oh, and he does a hip toss from every now and then. But I mean, that's like, everyone getting on Orton's case and saying, oh, headlock Orton, saying Orton can't wrestle, Orton can't be put over. Orton's a 3rd-generation superstar or 2nd-generation superstar. John Cena isn't. John Cena, and speaking of John Cena, his new movie coming out called Legendary, I believe it's called. He's teaching a young kid a life lesson, teaching this kid amateur wrestling. Am I the only one that sees a problem with that? John Cena teaching amateur wrestling. High school amateur wrestling. Am I the only person that sees something wrong with that? He can't wrestle. What the frig is he teaching a kid in a movie about amateur wrestling? I don't understand this. I don't. That's like Kane teaching a young kid to be a high flyer. It's just not gonna happen. And here we go again, just Vince McMahon and the WWE shoving John Cena down our throats. The only reason why John Cena was picked up so quickly and handpicked to be the company's flag bearer is because Austin, The Rock, weren't around anymore. They left the company. Hulk Hogan left WWE after a while. There was no one there to carry the company, and they had to pick John Cena. Now they have some good talent. They have Randy Orton. They have The Miz. They have Ted DiBiase. They have Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston, Christian, Matt Hardy, uh, CM Punk. They had all these guys. They have a freaking locker room full of wrestlers, and they're choosing John Cena to be the flag bearer. Yeah, of course, Hulk Hogan. If we had internet back then in the day, there'd be people bashing Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania. But there was a difference between Hulk Hogan and there's a difference between John Cena. Hulk Hogan could go out there and put on a match, make you feel that you were in the ring with him, cheering him on. He had great promos, great mic skills. He was a great act. He was a good actor. He did some great movies: Suburban Commando, No Holds Barred with Tiny Lister Jr. He had so many good movies. He had a couple of good movies in WCW when he was in WCW. He was on that television show that was on TNT with Carl Weathers. He was in Three Ninjas, High Noon to Mega Mountain. Yeah, the movie wasn't all that great, but you know what? Hulk Hogan can act. John Cena's movies are all the same. His wife gets kidnapped and he's got to go after it. Go after her. What do these kids see in John Cena? If you could please tell me, because I don't see it. You got all these stars in the WWE that can be pushed, and they're not being pushed because they want Orton, and they're worried about Orton. They're worried about John Cena. They're worried about Triple H. They're worried about The Undertaker. They're worried about Kane. They're worried about Rey Mysterio. They're worried about Triple H. They're worried about all these guys. Push the younger talent. WWE is in a toilet right now. It should be called World Toilet Entertainment because it damn sure ain't wrestling. Hulkamania converted in 1996, Bash of the Beach, to the NWOites because they took something that was so great and they flipped it and they turned Hulk Hogan heel. Turn John Cena heel. You know how much money you would make off of that if you turned John Cena heel, even if it was just for 1, 2, or 3 pay-per-views? The people are waiting to pay to see that, and you're not doing it. And then you got the NXT rookie, the Nexus, and they're fucking that up already. I don't know. YouTube, you tell me what WWE's doing wrong because they're doing a shitload. I find TNA a hell of a lot more interesting than I do WWE right now. I'll sit there and I could go on my computer right now and pull up every Impact from the beginning of the year and watch it and know that I already know the outcomes and still be interested in at the edge of my seat. So WWE, yeah, I still spend money on the WWE because I buy the box sets because there are some wrestlers out there that can DVDs out there that are worth getting. So that's the only time in the wrestling games because it's the only thing out there. I'm waiting for TNA Impact 2011 to come out next spring. I can't wait for that. I know this has become a little off-topic video, but it's still Hulk Hogan versus Hulkamania, Cenation versus Hulkamania, and the NWOites. I'm just done for this evening. You leave your comments, post your comments, send me messages. I'll answer them. But tell me, why do these kids see John Cena to be like this big god? I don't know.